I'm your host, Locum193. You're joining me for Across the Void, Chapter 11, Under the Mask. I'm playing as Eos. The hooded figure holds a sickle-shaped dagger against Lyra's throat as you watch from across the room. The urge to run to her overwhelms you, but the blade at her neck stops you from making any sudden movements. Her eyes find yours as she is helplessly dragged into the corridor. Ziki turns, following your gaze, but the figure and Lyra are already gone. Eos, what's wrong? Someone got Lyra. I'm going after them. Tell Nova and Admiral Demos to secure the area, but make sure none of the passengers are alerted. We can't risk causing any panic. Understood. Be careful, Eos. You nod, giving Ziki's shoulder a reassuring squeeze, and dart down the corridor after the abductor. As you race into the corridor, your feet pounding against the floor, the hooded figure looks back and spots you. Stay back! Remove a glowing orange bola from your belt and prepare to sling the weighted rope towards the assailant. Aim for the legs, aim for their arms, fling wildly. Aim for the legs. You chuck the bola as hard as you can at the hooded figure's legs, and watch as it wraps around them, sending them crashing to the ground. Ah! Got him. Lyra leaps to her feet, stretching her hand out towards you. Eos! Before you can reach her, the assailant leaps back up, yanking Lyra through the door of a nearby room. Ah! I'm coming, Lyra. You slam into the control room as it locks behind the hooded figure. Ugh. The door won't budge. You rub your aching shoulder, glancing up at one of the Atlas's vents just above the room's entrance. Might as well get my uniform dirty. Climb up into the vent, your broad shoulders squeezing against the metal sides as you crawl through the narrow space. How does anyone fit in there? You don't stop until you're directly over the control room. As you start towards the grate, you see a tiny device attach itself to the wall and set off a laser grid in front of you. I should weave through the lasers, shoot the control device, disrupt the laser. Shoot the control device? Question mark? Remove your MI-87 from your belt and aim the Marshall gun at the small device powering the red beams. As the pull the trigger, the control blasts into pieces and the lasers disappear. Target practice never stopped a Marshall. Using your foot, you kick the right to the control room open and drop down inside. Lyra is standing in front of a large data screen as her assailant presses the knife against her collarbone. I won't sign it. Neither will I compromise my beliefs to fight you. You, no matter what you do to me. You don't have a choice. Do it now! The hooded figure's head snaps in your direction as you start towards them. So much for the element of surprise. The assailant's free hand snakes into their cloak and tosses out a round orb. It hovers towards you, jabbing a long needle in your direction. I should smash the needle, smack it away, run for it. Smash the needle. Whip out your gun and use the handle to break the glass needle into pieces. Don't underestimate what I can do with my gun. Eos, watch out! There's another one! As you glance over at Lyra in confusion, you feel a sharp sting in the back of your neck. A second orb clatters to the ground behind you. Ah! A feel of numbness spreads through your body, and you find yourself slumping to the floor with your back against one of the consoles. Can't feel my chest or my arms or legs. And when the proxidine finishes spreading, you won't be able to feel anything. No, this can't be happening. You look at Lyra, your eyes wide with fear. Lyra, soon I won't be able to move at all. The body will be paralyzed. I need you to... And just then, you hear the sound of a loud explosion, followed by a burst of light. Ziki steps through the flaming doorway with his gun raised and fires a shot at the hooded figure. Get away from him! Ah! The abductor clutches the shoulder, blood pouring from the wound, before launching a grappling hook from their wrist and disappearing into the vent. Eos, what happened? Are you hurt? Lyra and Ziki rush over to you and kneel at your side. He's been injected with poison, something called proxidine. I've heard of it. Do you know how much he was injected with? You grimace as you try to point to the empty needle on the ground. Over there. Tiki picks up the orb on the ground, then heaves a huge sigh of relief. This couldn't have held that much. The symptoms should only be temporary. We've just got to make sure you don't fall asleep and slip into a coma. Tiki and Lyra's concerned faces hover close to your own. You feel a strange lightness come over you, and the room starts to blur. Whoa. I have to tell you. Everything is a kaleidoscope. I wouldn't go that far. Lyra, you're so pretty. Your flowers smell so nice. You're like a meadow. It seems your brain chemistry is really affected by the drugs as well. Glad you're both here with me. I can't feel my body, but I can feel my heart, and it's filled with love. Admiral Demos rushes into the room, gun raised. Where's the assailant? They disappeared into the vent. They could be anywhere by now. Hello, Demos. You're so sparkly. Now we're all here. This is nice, even though I'm still filled with poison. As you beam up at Demos, she raises her eyebrows in surprise. I'm coming. I'm coming, the medic? Calming. Sorry. Jesus, what? Calming the medic. I never heard of it. Calming. I'm calming the medic. Marshal Laura clearly needs medical attention. Demos, you are the brightest star in the sky. You light up the night. I could watch you glow forever. Marshal Laura, you may want to watch what you say in your condition. If he's on drugs, he can't control what he's saying. Demos sends word to Meridian. Zeke whispers to you. Try and keep it together, yes. At least in front of your CO. You struggle against the fog of the poison. After you've centered yourself, you nod slowly. He's drugged! Be careful what you say while you're in your drugged state. Okay, I can do this. Lyra lays her hand on yours. Thank you for risking your life for me. You should be thanking Zeke. He did all the work. Your bravery did not go unnoticed, Marshal Sentry. Oh, I didn't do anything special. Ah, yes you did. You really proved yourself as a marshal today. Lyra rises and turns back to the data screen, the hooded figure left behind. It's time we destroyed the documents the attacker tried to force me to sign. They would completely negate the ceasefire peace treaties I put into place. Without them, no one will be safe on Matara during the talks. Do you have any idea who would gain from hurting you? Maybe if I decipher these files, we can find out who hired them. Well, then there will be nowhere in the galaxy they can hide from us. There had to be a reason. My personal guard turned on me. There's so much I don't understand about all this. We have to access these files. If we need a hacker, there's one better than Admiral Demos for the job. There's no one better. Demos looks up from her comm device at the mention of her name. Hold on. If whoever is behind this plans to replace the real peace treaties with these documents, that means they have a way to tamper with restricted documents on both sides of the war. We may find a lot more than we bargained for. Are you sure you want to see what's really on these files? Why is this even being up for question? Like, we just spent the last 2 minutes beating around the bush to a diamond choice. Why? Destroy the files without reading them. War documents are messy. Too many problems, it's not worth it. Again, she's an admiral! Doesn't she outrank you? Anyway, you feel your head getting heavy and your eyelids are starting to close. So tired. Eos, you can't fall asleep. Meridian strides into the room with his medical bag. I like how he's striding. How's he doing? Not good. You've got to help him. A hot liquid pours down your throat. Your eyes snap open as steam seeps through your skin. What's happening to me? Relax. It's Serenia. It can remove impurities from the body, including poison. The steam means it's working. Thank the stars. As the poison leaves your body and the fog clears, you see Demos' concerned face frowning at her data screen. What's wrong, Admiral? Let the captain know. She needs to get to the bridge immediately. Now, playing as Nova. Who are these ships, and why are they outside of my view screen? You hurry to the bridge only to find a swarm of fighter ships surrounding the Atlas. Okay. Oh no. Meridian strides in. God damn it, stop fucking striding! Glad you got my He's off short when he spies the fighters. This is even worse than I thought. What kind of ships are these? They're not Vanguard or Jura. I don't recognize the markings. But I recognize the danger when I see it. This isn't good. You could have went without the V at all, period. You silently stare through the viewport. You suddenly become aware of a strange noise. Do you hear beeping? Yeah, it sounds like it's coming from nearby. Beep, 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 beep. You headed into the corridor, and Meridian. I'm surprised it didn't go strides after you. A flashing light behind one of the viewport ledges catches your eye. Get it closer to examine the source. Get back, it's a bomb. Oh, my circuits, we're doomed! Everyone stay calm. We need to defuse it. Last time I checked, none of us are qualified explosives experts. Don't worry. I knew it. I performed open heart surgery. How different could this be? Because there's a few valves and muscles versus, you know, one wrong cut and it goes boom and a heart doesn't. Hearts don't explode if you touch them the wrong way. We're wasting time. We need to figure out a plan, fast. You eye the large viewports lining the wall. Is there a way to open these? If we could just get the bomb off the ship. There should be a crew access only latch. But I'd be careful opening it. The ship has atmospheric regulation. You don't want to get sucked out. Hurry! The timer's going down! This thing could blow any minute! Quickly open the viewport. Carefully open the viewport. Throw the bomb at the viewport. Carefully open the viewport. And carefully turn the latch on the viewport until a small trickle of air is sucked out into the vacuum. That's not how space works at all. That's not how space works at all! When you nod at Meridian, he gingerly picks up the bomb, raising it delicately towards the opening. This isn't how fucking space. Oh my god, I'm being triggered right now. It's radiating heat. We've got to move. On my count, 1, 2. Push the viewport open just wide enough for Meridian to push the bomb out, then quickly secure the latch again. You have the steady hands of a surgeon. Watch the bomb glide away from the ship, and then it'll explode into a burst of light. We did it! No sneaky bombs are gonna blow up on this ship on our watch! You realize your hands are shaking and try to steady them. You barely had time to react without a security system. Oh! What? A security system's gonna tell us a bomb was planted? I hope we never have to do that again. Suddenly, a scream echoes from down the corridor. The passengers. You and Meridian hurry down the corridor and back to the lounge. You find the lounge in a state of chaos. Masked attackers fan out into the room and begin firing warning shots as the guests scatter into your... Hey, did the security system prevent this too? No, didn't think so. Everybody on the ground. Please don't kill us. No. If you hurt our Warren, I'll destroy you. As the assassins fire a few more shots, you and Meridian die behind some chairs for cover. Soul crawls over to you from behind a nearby love seat. Captain Allura, thank the stars, you remain uninjured. We need to get the passengers out of here. We need to disable the fucking attackers first. I know. We've got to figure something out before it's too late. At that moment, there's a loud scream. You peek around the sofa as one of the assassins aiming their blaster at Merobe, who stands between him and Reyna. Stay away from my daughter, you brute! Reyna, run! But... Reyna ducks behind an armchair as the assassin moves in on Merobe. You start towards her. Push Merobe out the way, grab the gun, jump in for Merobe, grab the gun. Sprint towards the assassin and pull the blaster out of their hand before they have time to react. What? What? How did that even happen? Okay, don't ask. Ah! And smash the gun across their face. They crumple to the ground unconscious. You saved me! Shh! Never mind the rest of the assassins that could be firing at us at any given moment, but no, plots. That's my job. Kepler hurries over to you from across the room, punching out an assassin as she passes. Well done, Cap. You've got some move. Kepler pulls you down behind a couch for cover. Other passengers are hiding nearby. Cap, we're badly outnumbered here. Good thing no one took a shot at us, right? Jesus Christ. God. You scan the room. Your crew is fighting the assassins, but more masked figures continue spilling through the doorway. How long do you think we can hold them off? Probably a lot longer if you had a real weapon. She unhooks a whip from one of her harnesses and flicks a switch on the handle. The whip suddenly lights up, jumping with an electric current. Let me guess, borrow my whip. Why don't you give this a go? I have a blaster in my fucking hands, and I'm gonna use a whip. What am I, fucking Wonder Woman now? You know, I'm done. I'm done. Pixelberry, you're done. I'm done with you. Yeah, 21st century Wonder Woman here. It's probably just electrocute myself. I'd probably just electrocute myself. Well, if you want to use your bare hands, I won't stop you, even though we have a goddamn blaster. A few assassins approach, and Kepler hops over the couch and begins fighting them. Rah! As you move towards the struggle, you hear a movement behind you. You turn to face an assassin holding a huge scythe. You're mine, Cyber! Ah! Nova, hurry! I don't have defensive software! Duck, run towards them, sweep the leg. Sweep the leg! As the assassin moves closer, you drop to the floor, extending your leg in a powerful kick that collides with the assassin's thighs. Hiya! Actually, it's... Jesus Christ, Pixelberry, you don't sweep the thighs. You take out the calf. Oh my god. You know, just because you know, for a minute there I thought, oh, we're gonna sweep the leg, it's gonna be real cool, and then you do it wrong. Oh, mother of God. They lose their balance, even though it's literally nearly impossible, because if you kick someone in the thigh, they're gonna look at you and be like, what? They lose their balance and topple forward. As they land, their head hits the hilt of their scythe, knocking them out. Kepler raises her eyebrows as she watches you nearby. Whoa, I've never been so impressed. Yeah, me neither. Apparently, you know what you're doing, Cap. I was made for this. As the battle rages on, you and Kepler continue fighting side by side. You know, I wonder sometimes if I haven't ruining this, but this is ruining for me. Now playing as Pax, you weave through the lounge, brawling with seamlessly endless wave of assassins. You punch an attacker square in the jaw. Gah! Take your stupid black cloak and crawl back to whatever planet you came from. The assassin drops to the floor, but you sense someone approaching behind you. When you whirl around, she suddenly becomes Spider-Man. You sense the person from behind. You find yourself face to face with Holmes, who's clutching a potted plant. Holmes, what are you doing? I'm helping to fend off the intruders. I didn't know you could fight. Oh, I can, but I'm great at distractions. Yeah, he's going to throw the potted plant at someone, I'm calling it. At that moment, a string of blasts goes off on the other side of the room. Holmes gives a little jump and a yelp, dropping his plant, and never mind. Maybe we should stick together. I need someone to have my back. Great, though I doubt there's anything you can't do on your own. The two of you sneak along the viewports until you reach a small group of assassins. Let's clothesline them with the curtains, throw a couch at them, drop a chandelier on them. Well, figuring you're geeks, let's try drop a chandelier. If you give me a boost, I can probably jump high enough to reach one of them and pull it down. Luckily, I have good posture and surprisingly strong shoulders. He kneels down as you step onto his shoulders. Once you've found your balance, he stands, hobbling towards the nearest chandelier. They have bloody goddamn blasters, I'm just saying. Hey, you in the cloak! Yes, all of you! Yeah, because they're all wearing cloaks. The group of assassins turns in your direction, just as you leap up and grab on hold of the chandelier. With your added weight, the wires holding it in snap, and it comes crashing down. Ah! Woot! That's right. It's lights out for you. How are you still there talking? Teamwork! You spot Corvus and Argo circled by attackers nearby. Corvus reveals elbows to assassins in their stomachs simultaneously. Hyah! 2 more direct hits. This brings your score up to 26. You've been making pretty short work of these goons yourself, Argo. As if on cue, Argo whirls around in a quick circle with his arms outstretched, toppling several assassins as they collide with his metallic limbs. I'm programmed to understand the needs of every passenger, and what these thugs need is some strength knocked into them. You never cease to amaze me. Suddenly an attacker rushes at Corvus. As their blaster raised, just as they pull the trigger, Argo whips around, diving in front of Corvus. I will not permit you to harm him. The plasma hits Argo, and the side of his head shatters, revealing his inner circuits. Corvus? Argo, no! You and Holmes rush over as Corvus smacks the attacker aside, then gently lowers Argo to the ground. Ah, finally! One of the 26 plus how many ever we've defeated finally use a blaster. Argo, why do you have to go and do that? I simply couldn't fathom the idea of the universe without you in it. Hair streaked down Corvus' face as he clutches Argo. Holmes turns to you with watery eyes. Oh no, the robot! Baxter, there must be something you can do. You can fix anything. Lean close to Argo's face, trying to avoid the electricity sparks from his exposed circuits. The plasma hits pretty close to his core processor. I might be able to do a little rewiring to make sure the damage stays contained. Can we let him die? I need coffee! I mean, he's a robot. I mean, seriously. Like, he's not gonna die. All he has to do is be fixed. That's it. He's a fucking robot. If it's not addressed now, his repair circuits will fry, and it'll be too dangerous to fix him later. We'd risk wiping his entire memory chip. Does that mean it's possible to save him, Pax? I have no feels for this guy. He's a fucking android. There's no time. I'm sorry, Corvus. With all these attackers, I can't just sit down and operate on him. We have to defend the ship. I promise I'll take a look at him as soon as the smoke clears. Alright, I understand. Take a deep breath in, look around the room. The decorations are destroyed. The bodies of assassins litter the floor. Who do these invaders think they are? What kind of monsters attack a ship full of innocents? Are you really innocent, though? As your gaze sweeps over the open door, you see a flash of movement. An unarmed assassin peeks their head in and then quickly dashes away. Ha-ha, I win! And where do you think you're going? You sprint through the door, chasing after them. Why are we chasing one guy on each and every level? In the corridor, you manage to get close enough to reach out and grab the edge of their cloak. Get off me! I think you're the one who needs to get off my sister's ship. Throw him out the viewport. You give a cloak a forceful tug, and the rest of the assassin's disguise rips off, including their mask as they crash to the ground. Let me guess, it's the guy we were hiding. Still clutching the cloak in your hand, you shake your head in disbelief. No, you're one of them? A familiar face looks up at you. Oh! Well, that's a surprise. I'm so sorry, Pax. I'm not. In the arms of an angel. Allegiance Jorah, Atlas, minor damage. Crew, high morale. Passengers, cheerful. I'm kind of sad now. The person that we fell in love with, or were, with Pax, is now someone who was dressed up in derp clothing, but I digress. So with that being said, I hope y'all did enjoy the video. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head in the description below, links to social media, Discord, and a few links to support me and my content. Remember, Wednesday, we have The Elementalist coming out. I thought I'd let you guys know in case you don't. And we've got, what, one more, which is Desire and Decorum, I believe, today. I don't know. I can't see because this bonus reward, watch now. Not further ado, I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.